friends, and welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. Well, today is March 16th, and on this day in 1991, a plane taking off from Brown Field, which is a small airport in South San Diego, took off late in the evening and later, soon thereafter, crashed into a mountainside, killing all 10 members on board. On board that were 8 members of Reba McEntire's band, country singer Reba McEntire, her band. They were here for a private concert and were taken off that night. The weather was unusual, to say the least. There was snow in San Diego County. We've been seeing a little bit of that this year. It's been a crazy weather year. The area where this happened is Otay Wilderness. It's a place where I go riding. Probably the closest legal place you can get some dirt under your wheels. And I've made a few videos up there. Now, the first time I rode there many years ago, I had heard about this plane crash, but I had never found the site. Well, I guess it was about a month or two ago, I took my scooter, my little scooter that I ride around. I took that up there, and it's kind of an unusual choice to take because it's an off-road sort of an area, but I'm a little bit nuts sometimes, and I located the crash site. So today, in memory of this tragedy 28 years later, I'm going to take you all up there and show you the remains of the crash site. There's still some wreckage up there, small bits and pieces, but it's interesting. It's history, and you know, since it's the day that it happened 28 years later, I figured I'd take you all up there. It's a beautiful day here in San Diego. It's been raining a lot lately, but we've gotten a break in the weather. It's been nice and warm. I got my Husqvarna out of the pile of bikes here. So we will gear up, head up there, and see what we can see and what I can share with y'all. So let me get suited up, and we'll see you on the road. So the entrance to this area is a little bit less than 20 miles from my home. We're looking down there at what's known as East Lake, which is southeast San Diego, and a little bit over this way is the international border to Mexico. And look at the flowers on the hills here. Nice color. There's an RV park down there. I was planning on taking my big bike up here, but I haven't been up here for a while, and with the rain I wasn't sure how the road was going to be. It's a little bit beat up. But it's not bad.
think it's pretty neat. They got these mirrors on a lot of these sharp corners. Border Patrol uses this route a lot. So you can slow down a little bit, use that mirror to see what's around these blind corners. I've always been interested in this rock formation ahead of us. It'd be kind of neat. Maybe I'm going to park one day and walk down there and check it out. And then also another neat aspect about this area is you start getting these conifer style trees. All of a sudden you bust out of the landscape lower, and right at this elevation you get these pine trees growing. So it's kind of neat. Okay, here we are, 25 miles or so from my home. There's East Lake once again over there. I mean, over there. That might actually be Tijuana now that I'm getting my bearings. East Lake over here. You can see San Diego, downtown San Diego, the bay, Point Loma. And right on this mountain side right here is where the crash occurred. So I'm going to take the helmet off and we'll do a little bit of exploring up there. Just on the short walk from the road to here, I've located a few little items. Some pieces of aluminum. Pretty much anything when it has these rivet holes, you can tell is aircraft components. And this, I can tell just by the safety wire on it, is some sort of a valve. There's just little bits and pieces strewn everywhere up here. Last time I was up here, there was a little collection, sort of like what I just put together there. Someone has been up here before. Yeah, right here. I don't know if it's morbid. Maybe someone might think it is. But I just kind of think it's kind of paying respects here. I'm not going to take anything. That wouldn't be right. But kind of putting the pieces back together, I guess. Yeah, there's the small pile of wreckage, and there's more stuff everywhere you look. It just makes you wonder. You know, they came up here and cleaned up a lot of this. But there's still little bits and pieces to be found everywhere. And one of the saddest things I heard about this is there was 2 jets. Reba was in hers and with some of her bandmates, and the other half of her crew was in the other one. And they crashed shortly after takeoff. No one notified the other plane that it had happened until after they had landed. I don't remember where they flew to, if it was all the way to Nashville or wherever, but they didn't know about it until after they landed. Another small pile of pieces. I found this one last time I was up here. This was kind of buried. I found it, but it actually has a serial number on it.
piece of melted glass and some fiberglass. It's just interesting how much of this stuff is up here. Some electrical component. But everywhere you look in here, there's little bits and pieces. Some Jeeps going up the hill. Here's another large pile of bits and pieces here. It's amazing. This is almost 30 years ago. There's still so much stuff up here. You know, time erases a lot of things, but it takes more time than you may imagine.
So right down here you can see, hopefully, you can see Brown Field directly in front of us. There's the airport runway right there. And this is all the border down here. It's called Otay Mesa. And everything you're seeing over here is all Tijuana, Mexico. Hopefully you can see the islands in the distance there. There's a couple of small islands off the coast. And over here, we got what I believe are some old World War II, either lookouts or perhaps even long-range guns from World War II. I don't want to quote what they are because I'm not sure. There's a couple more of them down this little area here. I haven't been to those in a long time. Maybe a little bit better look at the Brownfield Airport down here. And of course the border. We're heading south. I haven't been to the very south end of this trail in many years, so I guess we'll see where she ends up. I've heard it's changed. There's a prison down here, and that's kind of where it started, but like I said, I heard where the trail starts is different than it was the last time I was down here. Right now we're just south of Brown Field, south of the 905 freeway. This used to be a real common area to go kind of outlaw off-roading. People used to take their pickups down here and offload their quads and dirt bikes and stuff and go riding in this area, but it's been patrolled a lot lately. I haven't ridden down here in a long time. I used to be an outlaw, but not anymore. Now it just looks like there's a lot of homeless around here. I've seen a lot of homeless style campsites in this area, so it's been a long time since I was down here, so I thought I'd check it out. Again, we made it.
great day for a little ride like that. Some interesting places to check out, and you know, have a little solemn moment there at the plane crash site. It's always interesting when there's, you know, something of some significance to see, but just going out and seeing the beautiful landscape isn't bad either. So now all I gotta do is get the bike cleaned up a little bit and put away, and put my gear away and relax for the rest of the day. So thank you very much for coming along on this journey with me. I appreciate it. If you're liking the videos I'm putting out, give me those thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Get out there and find your adventure. Adios.